Okay, I wanted to make a video of my chicken coop and some of the things I'm doing to keep them cool, because I've seen a lot of videos where people are like, oh, I live in Texas, I live in Arizona, and this is what I do to keep my chickens cool. But I live in Iowa, and the problem with Iowa is that it's not just hot, it's also humid. So there's a number of things I'm doing to help keep them cool. First of all is the bricks and water trick, and I don't think they've quite gotten the hang of what that's for. I'll pick them up and then like set them in there and they stand on it, but then they leave. But I think I've only seen them stand on it on their own once or twice. And then with their water, I just put a bunch of ice cubes in that along with electrolytes. And we've got one box fan going here, and then we also feed them real cold watermelon and some plums. They like plums. Just make sure that you watch it and watch for when they finish the plums so that you can remove the seeds, because the seeds are toxic. But then what we have going on under there, I'll walk around the back and show it. That's a DIY air conditioner that I saw someone make for their chickens, and I decided to try it. It actually works really well. Oh, I just realized the fan's backwards. That's because I was sitting over there putting new ice in it. I'll show you how it works, but they really enjoy it. It gets pretty cool under there, so they like to come and lay there where the cool air is blowing. Otherwise, something else I do is I don't know what the tool's called, but it has like prongs on it like this, and you put it in the ground and turn it. And I do that to their dirt, this little patch of dirt, every morning, so that it's nice and soft and loose, so that if they want to have a dust bath, they can. So something else that my mom and I did, my brother and my mom built this coop, by the way. We built it just by ourselves. But so the sun used to come right there, so we just put a tarp up and like just hooked it to try and keep the sun from shining directly on the coop and this little area under their run, because I mean, it's still super hot under here, but not as bad. So first of all, this is supposed to be like this to try and push some of more of this cool air. But what it is so this is just a cooler, and what we did was there used to be a top on it, and we just took the screws out of the lid and took that off. And then this is just a piece of like 2-inch foam core, and then we cut a hole in for the fan and for the PVC pipe. If I put my hand in front of here, it feels like I'm standing in front of the air conditioner inside the house. Like, that's how cool it is. And I'm not going to do it right now because I'd have to unduct tape all this. But in there is like big blocks of ice, like solid blocks, like that brick, except a piece of ice. Like, because those don't melt as fast. I also top it off with some of the just, you know, the little ice cubes with the holes in them, you know, that you can like buy from Hy-Vee. But so this is not exactly the way that the other guy did it. And I'll just go ahead and put the video on them while we're talking. The way that I did this was, or the way that he did it, was that he used the whole cooler, and he took the cooler lid and then he actually drilled with a saw in the actual plastic lid itself, and then put a fan and the PVC pipe. But my mom and I didn't have one of those kind of saws, so we just kind of, you know, if anybody's ever watched the Red Green Show, you know, we just used some duct tape, and it actually works just as well, I think, because, you know, I put my hand around here and there's no air coming out because it's all getting pushed in, and it's all coming out here. So, and then, like I said, this fan just kind of helps push it under. The problem with these guys is that they're not very big yet. Hold on a second. I wonder if I can. There we go. They're only like a little over 2 months old, so they don't have combs or wattles much yet, which means that, because I mean, that's how they dissipate heat, really. So, but as you can see, they're standing under here and they're not panting. But the one standing out there, my well summer, I don't know if she turned her head, you could see, yeah, she's panting. But these guys under here, they're not panting because it's nice and cool under there. So, for humidity, I don't think that you can do, I mean, you need to do as much as you can for the chickens, honestly, because I hear stories all the time about how, oh, my chickens died from heat exhaustion, and just I mean, do what you can for them. Do everything that you can. Get a bunch of fans. Like, fans are like $15. Get some fans. Like, get an old cooler. I mean, to do this, like, that foam core was like $4. Like, we had a bunch of fans laying around the house. We just brought them out here. Like, the PVC pipe was like maybe $3 or $4. Duct tape, like what, like $5, $6? Like, you know, and then bags of ice. I mean, we keep having to buy the bags of ice, but you could also, if you have a big cooler or something, like, get a big bowl, put water in it, make your own ice, and then you don't have to buy it, you know? I would rather go through all the effort and make sure that they're safe than, you know, sorry to say, but be lazy about it and then come out and then they're dead. But, you know, I see them more as pets than livestock anyway. One other thing is in their coop, in the actual coop, we have a fan that blows in, and then at night we actually open this door and put this up in the coop so that they're nice and cool. That's the other thing that's real nice about this, is that it's portable. So I mean, I don't have to have it here. I could put it out there, but they tend to like to lay under there, and that's where they have their dust baths the most. So, you know. Now, if I could just get them to get the hang of that, the bricks in the water, and also I don't know if I said it, but I put ice cubes around that, so it keeps the water cold. But in this heat, those ice cubes, they melt like within 10 minutes. It's ridiculous. In fact, I put that in there before I started this video, and look, they're almost all gone. There's like hardly anything in there now. So if anybody else has any tips or tricks for keeping chickens cool, please let me know, because I'm worried about them and I want to make sure that they're okay. Also, please excuse the mess. That was my fault. I kind of spilled. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.